What's up guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to swap a oil pressure sensor on a 2005 Silverado. This is the 5.3. So the oil pressure sensor could cause, if it's going bad, it could cause your gauges inside to either read high or low or just inaccurate. So we're going to go ahead and swap it out. Alright, so let me show you what it's doing. Put the keys in, and if I just turn it, as you can see, my pressure sensor goes way up before the truck's even on. So we're gonna go ahead and swap out the sensor and see if that fixes it. All right, so the pressure sensor is going to be right back in there. I'm gonna pull this cover off and see if we can't get a better look at it. All right, so that bolt on top of this plastic cover is a number 8. Alright, so I was able to get my socket on it. It is right. See if I can get some light on it. So that's the back of my socket right there. The plug is fairly easy to get out. Just got a clip on the side. I was able to get my phone down in there to get a better video, but I can't fit this camera back there, so I'll try and play some of that video just so you can see what it looks like. And then I went ahead and tried to clean up around it a little bit because it was super filthy back there. But I was able to get my socket on it. It is a 27mm. And now I'm going to see if I can get my ratchet on it and break it loose. I will admit it is a little bit of a challenge getting back in there. There's just not too much room with all the different lines that are in the way, and then not super ideal, but I think we'll be able to get it. And I did have to buy a new socket. I was going to use my deep impact socket, but this thing was just a little bit too thick to fit back in there, so I had to pick up a deep normal socket. Alright, and there she is. Does look like it's got some gunk that was almost building up between this washer and the block. So, alright, we'll see if we can't get the new one in. Alright, so here's the new one. This is the Duralast from AutoZone. I was going to get the AC Delco, but the AC Delco only had a 1-year warranty and the Duralast has a lifetime warranty, so figured lifetime warranties are kind of nice. And as you can see, this one already has some thread seal on it, so we don't need to add anything to it. And there's our plugs. So when you're pulling the plug off, it's just got or when you're pulling the wire connection off, it's got this little hook right here, and there is just a metal piece that goes over the hook. So you just have to pull that metal piece out and then slide it up. Alright, so see if we can get this one threaded back in there. Check with my phone camera to see how dirty it is around it. Make sure I shouldn't try and clean it up a little bit more. Alright, and then the new one does come with this little filter, but I do not see a filter in there right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip the filter and just put the sensor in. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this new one threaded in there. If I can find it. All right, I got it started with just my fingers. A little bit tricky trying to find the find the right angle when you can't really see what your hand is doing, but. Alright, so I got that thing threaded in there and tightened down. Not too tight, just got it good and snug, but didn't try to crank it tight. Alright, so we got the sensor put back in and I got it plugged in now, so we can go ahead and do a quick test and see what happens. Alright, so that's looking good. And it looks like we're doing good. Before, when I turned it on, it went all the way up to 80. And it would just sit at 80 the whole time. So hopefully if you are having the same issue, this will work to fix it. If anybody has any advice or tips on anything I did wrong or how to do this better, I'd love to hear them in the comments. And good luck with the fix.